Gareth Jones met Sarah Rigby in seemingly ordinary circumstances. He was a regular guy looking for love. They started dating, and at first everything seemed perfect. Rigby was charming and attentive, sweeping Jones off his feet. He believed he had found the one. However, the honeymoon phase didn't last. Slowly, subtly, things started to change. Rigby became possessive, wanting to know Jones's whereabouts at all times. She would make snide comments about his friends and family, slowly isolating him from his support network. What started as seemingly harmless jealousy morphed into something far more sinister. Jones found himself trapped in a relationship that was no longer about love, but about power and control. Control for Sarah Rigby was a multifaceted weapon. She began to dictate who Jones could see and where he could go. Visits to his family became infrequent, phone calls short and clipped, always with Rigby hovering nearby. His once vibrant social life dwindled, leaving him isolated and alone. Then came the financial control. Rigby insisted on managing their finances, demanding Jones's paychecks. She would berate him for spending even on essentials, accusing him of being irresponsible. Jones, once financially independent, now had to ask for permission to buy even basic necessities. He felt trapped. Each act of control, seemingly small on its own, added a link to the chain that bound Jones to Rigby. He became a shadow of his former self, his spirit slowly being crushed under the weight of her manipulation. The emotional abuse escalated. Rigby's words were like poison, chipping away at Jones's self-esteem. She would belittle him, calling him names, constantly reminding him of his perceived failures. The man who was once confident and outgoing became withdrawn and anxious. He started to believe the cruel things she said about him. The physical abuse started subtly, a shove, a hard grip on his arm. But it escalated. Jones found himself on the receiving end of kicks, punches, and slaps. Rigby would justify it, saying he provoked her, that he deserved it. He felt trapped, ashamed to tell anyone what was happening behind closed doors. The abuse went beyond physical violence. Rigby controlled Jones's every move, even denying him basic human needs, like using the bathroom. The degradation was constant, a systematic attempt to break his spirit and assert her dominance. The turning point came when a concerned neighbor, alerted by the sounds of an argument, called the police. The arrival of law enforcement was a wake-up call for me. Seeing the fear in the officers' eyes as they witnessed my injuries, I realized the severity of my situation. With the support of the police, I finally found the courage to leave. I contacted the Mankind Initiative, an organization dedicated to helping male victims of domestic abuse. There, I found a lifeline, a group of people who understood my ordeal and offered non-judgmental support. My family, who had been deeply worried but unaware of the extent of the abuse, rallied around me. Their love and support were instrumental in my recovery, providing me with a safe and nurturing environment to heal. Sarah Rigby was arrested and charged with coercive control and assault. The court case was difficult for me, forcing me to relive the trauma I had endured. However, I found the strength to testify, my voice unwavering as I recounted the horrors I had suffered. Rigby was found guilty and sentenced to prison. While the justice system could not erase the pain she had inflicted, it offered me a sense of closure. I was finally free from her control. Gareth Jones's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. By sharing my experience, I hope to raise awareness about male victims of domestic abuse, encouraging other men to come forward and seek help. My message is clear. You are not alone, there is hope, and you can break free from the cycle of abuse.